for more on this story, we can go across to Carys Garland. Carys, good morning to you. What do we know about the fires at this hour?
Well, as you said, the situation's being described as stable. It was a rather calm night for firefighters. 6 active fire zones remain, and so the focus now for crews is to work on the edges of this fire and also on these active flare-ups. We did see those showers this Thursday morning along this coastal area on the Atlantic coast and some lightning as well there. Humidity, though, now is dropping after reaching 80% in the morning. It will be around 50% at midday and then as low as 30% later on in the day. So the weather conditions are being described as rather favorable for firefighters. There are now 3,300 firefighters battling this blaze after some reinforcements came in on Wednesday. 24 aircraft that are supporting them as well. Of course, these soldiers and police officers here on the ground trying to facilitate the work of firefighters as well, especially here in evacuated towns. Firefighters, there are 230 that have been injured since the outbreak of this blaze a week ago. That's up significantly from Wednesday. And as you say, those 2 people arrested on suspicion of arson overnight.
Carys, I mentioned that there's some 220,000 people who have been displaced because of these fires in the region. Where do people who have been displaced end up going?
Well, we've just heard from local authorities that 9 towns can now be reintegrated. That means that 84,000 evacuees can now return to their homes. This includes some towns where fires reignited just in the last day or so. So there's now about 70 to 80,000 still unable to return to their homes. We met some of those people earlier in the week, especially in Bordeaux, in a temporary shelter. Some of those people, were offered housing with other people in the community, but many were redirected towards boarding schools, university housing and other accommodation that's more temporary, that's more comfortable and permanent rather. Of course, we have to think about businesses because it's not just the residents that were told to leave. In towns like this one, I'm in Lanton, and on the drive up here, there are just streets and streets of shuttered up businesses and homes. I believe the authorities said that there were 13,000 businesses that have been affected by these fires. The government has put in place a scheme that will help businesses keep employees on the payroll, but even businesses that aren't directly in this disaster zone can also benefit from this scheme. They just need to show that their business activity has suffered a drop in the last week or so because of these fires. And this is especially the case for tourist companies because, as you mentioned, this is a big tourist area right on the Arcachon Bay.
Carys, thank you very much for the update. Carys Garland reporting there for us.